What's up guys, and welcome back to Move Plus. Hope you've had a good day so far. Looking at that warm up guys, we're gonna start things off with 1 minute of cardio of your choice. You can pick whatever you wanna do there. We're gonna go with plate hops. So Maddie's got a low plate and basically just gonna be jumping on and off that plate. Okay, from there, the next 4 minutes, what we're gonna do is 20 seconds on dumbbell deadlifts, which is gonna look like this. We then have a 10-second rest, and then we go into 20 seconds of shoulder taps, which is setting up in that push-up position, tagging the opposite shoulder, and again, 10-second rest after that. So that'll fill up the remaining 4 minutes, repeating through that pattern. Good to go, Maddie? Good to go. All right, starting in 10, so 1 minute of cardio of your choice. When we're doing our plate hops, you can do the same, or you can do your own thing. 3, 2, 1, and go for it. So looking at keeping the feet nice and close together, you'll notice that Maddie's gonna keep his eyes kind of cast down just to make sure he knows exactly where that plate is. The last thing we want is to kind of tip the ankle off the side or go for a stumble. So just make sure you know where that target is. And just moving through it, so nice and easy to start. You can build the speed in as you move further and further into that minute. Give the legs a little bit of time to get some blood flow in there. So in about 30 seconds, we move to that 4-minute section, which will take up the remainder of the warm-up, and that is a 20-second on, 10-second off kind of time format, looking at dumbbell deadlifts and shoulder taps. So as I said, the deeper you get into this warm-up, the more you can kind of speed up as you see fit. 10 seconds. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and go for it. So 20 seconds on dumbbell deadlifts. So main thing with this is keeping the back nice and straight. We obviously want to hit a nice tall stand up at the top. At the bottom, trying to get dumbbells to ground, but don't force it. If you've got to change shape to get there, obviously we don't want to do that. And resting. So moving to the shoulder taps in a moment. 3, 2, 1, and go for it. So with this one, guys, we're setting up the hands and the feet about shoulder width, so not excessively wide. We don't want to make it too easy. The purpose of this is to challenge that core, so trying to keep the body as still as possible and just reaching to tap the opposite shoulder as you move through it. And resting. 3, 2, 1, and go for it. So I mentioned before, guys, if you have to change spinal shape just to overreach to get the dumbbells to the floor, don't stress about doing that. Just go maybe just below knee height. So just a little bit of a shallower position. The main thing is we're prioritizing that hinge pattern through the hips. We don't want to round or curve that spine over. And resting. 3, 2, 1, and go for it. Now, one of the things we'll watch out for with these shoulder taps, guys, is that the hips don't sag down and they also don't kind of pitch up into a hinge pattern. We want to keep the body nice and flat all the way through from head down to heels. So that's kind of part of the challenge of this, is having that body awareness to know where those hips are. And resting. 3, 2, 1, and go for it. Now, if you happen to be doing this at home, guys, with a single kettlebell or a single dumbbell, you can work more kind of down the middle of the legs there, or you can even just do a single-sided one and just change arms each round. Obviously, if you've got the 2 weighted objects, you can do it like Maddie's doing there, down the outsides of the legs. And resting. 3, 2, 1, and go for it. Now, one of the things that works well with this movement, guys, if you're not sure if your body's kind of zigging and zagging all over the place, get a couch cushion or roll up a towel and sit it on your low back when you go through this. That will give you a pretty quick indication of if you're moving a lot, because we want to try and stay right in the middle there, stay nice and centered. Resting. Okay, so we've got 1 more minute on this. And go for it. So it's a nice narrow stance on this, guys, and as best you can, try to keep those shins vertical. Obviously with dumbbells, as opposed to say like a barbell with the big plates, we're probably gonna be going a fair bit deeper. So you might find there's a little bit more sort of shin movement there, but doing our best to kind of hinge and ride on those hamstrings. And resting. Okay, coming into the last block, 3, 2, 1, and go for it. So you want to find that the whole body is active with this, guys. So really kind of digging the toes into the floor, nice active legs as well. Trying to just keep that body as centered as possible. And resting. Alrighty, so that is the warm-up done, guys.